Chris, a young man who takes home surveillance pretty serious, has mounted security cameras all around his home. On his channel K&G Garbnar, he shares his thoughts with the world, and sometimes even his interesting urban explorations. One night he decided to visit the abandoned Cooley High School in Detroit, Michigan. The school opened in 1928 and closed its doors for good in 2010. Local tales go into detail about strange ghost sightings within the derelict classrooms and hallways, but nothing ever has really been captured on camera in there. For whatever reason, Chris decided on his nightly exploration to take an old telephone with him as a souvenir that he found mounted to the walls. Thinking nothing of it, he kept it in his living room for display. One day he had his friends over for a little gathering, and then the following transpired.
You can add bullets if you want to, Hunter. No, that looks cool. I'm looking right at it. What? 70, what? 24. No! No! What? No! What? That phone was just plugged in! It rang! That thing's not plugged in! No, I answered it! What? Did you hear that's what that really was? Did you hear it? That was the phone! Yeah! What the? It rang! That's not plugged in! I ripped this out of the wall! That bitch ain't plugged in! Alex! Alex! You found this phone with us and it just rang on the wall!
And indeed, turns out the phone wasn't even plugged in, yet it rang, with nobody on the other side of the line. They even opened up that old thing to see if anything was inside that might have caused this. But no, nothing. What seemed to be a joke at first started to freak Chris out, little by little, every day. His friends convinced him that it might be the best idea to bring it back to where he found it, and he agreed. Some of his friends accompanied him the following night.
And there's the pole right here. Right there, that's the cord. I ripped it out of the wall. Alright, so Julie, take the phone out of the backpack and put it on the wall. It starts ringing.
Alright, if there's any kind of ghost or whatever attached to this phone, make it ring again. You brought it back.
Yeah,
What you wanted.
we brought it back. Where's that coming from?
Is it? What are you? Oh my god. Come on, let's leave. Let's leave.
A second phone was heard in the basement after they had mounted the original one. However, they didn't find anything, and at a certain point it appeared safer to just leave the place, maybe for the better. What do you guys think? Was the phone cursed, as some suspect? Or what else was going on down there in the basement of the old Cooley High School? I guess we can just speculate. A few weeks ago, we have taken a look at the case of Dino Nuggets, who seemed to be living in a pretty haunted house that he shares with his roommate.
What'd you hear, buddy?
In several videos, he has documented the really terrifying activity that is unfolding in their home. What started as weird noises at first turned into several bone-chilling shadow sightings that so far have only transpired in the basement of their house.
You gotta come out.
Knowing that he had something on his hands with that case, Dino decided to put up a recording device once in a while, even if he wasn't home. The next video was posted after he had left the camera rolling one night, when nobody should have been home at that time. He was quite shocked after realizing that the activity even made it upstairs. After the lights start flickering in Dino's home, there is an odd shadow reflection on the left side of the wall. What could this be? Obviously, it gets even stranger when the basement door opens. And we can hear something that sounds like a weeping woman. Only moments after, there is a tall shadow apparition breezing through the living room in the reflection of the door here. It's unclear what exactly is happening in Dino's house, but it's truly an unsettling situation to say the least. What do you think? Is this the same shadow apparition that we have seen earlier? Or is Dino's home haunted by several ghosts? The following recordings were compiled by owner Veronica S., who at the end of this haunting journey had to move places due to the many paranormal events unfolding in her own apartment. Apparently, it all started with her having some strange encounters in the middle of the night. Strange noises, shadows, the typical strangeness. She's a single mother and took these terrifying events to heart. As a non-believer, she suspected some foul play and decided to install camcorders in her home. She had her friend come into the apartment one night, and this is when they captured the following. People suspect that it could have been a friendly spirit of a former owner perhaps, but it gets even more creepy. The next clips have been captured the following nights. Doesn't this look like the spirit of an elderly lady? When they try to contact the spirit that particular night, the baby boy starts crying again. But what's even more terrifying is that the door seemed to be stuck shut and they had to use a lot of force to budge it open.
Are you in the boys' room?
Now it's time to take a look at user Geeky Stuff, who on his YouTube channel is reviewing, as the name might suggest, all things tech related. So the video of today was a bit out of the ordinary for him. One night, he noticed a really strange object circling around in the bedroom of his little kid. He's not a believer in the paranormal, yet the following events made him a bit uneasy, and he's not sure what exactly got captured by the baby camera placed on a little dresser. Let's take a look.
Hi guys, I don't believe in ghosts at all. I think it's absolute rubbish, and all these orbs and energies and all that crap. But I was filming on the dome camera a couple of days ago, and I noticed something at the bottom of my son's bed, which I'll also include a little screenshot of it if I can, with a picture, but you can just see it just there, under there, like that. Now, I thought when I got the notification that my son had got out of bed and he was facing the camera at the bottom of the bed, I thought that was his little face. But then when you press play on the video, it flies off. See that? Let's go back. Play it again. Flies off. Keep dragging it back. You can just see it. So I have no idea what that is. There's no wind in there or anything like that. No breeze. It's the windows are all shut. It looks a bit freaky, doesn't it? Let's look at it. I just thought I'd show you that, guys. See if there's any people out there who actually believes in ghosts or orbs or any sort of type of energy, what you think it might be or might have been.
So, what exactly was in the room with his little kid? People believe that it could have been an insect, while some others say it has to be an orb that may even took a humanoid shape, and that it appears to be an odd-looking head. What do you guys think? After all, it had activated the emotion alert on Geek's phone, so something was in the room there. How mysterious. Tonight we want to follow urban explorers and paranormal enthusiasts Yidok Mikol from Korea. He was traveling to an abandoned school building this night, and he was very interested in one of the training halls, which was located right next to this building. The house itself was built in the middle of a mountain. Many former students reported of a man and a woman that they casually saw walking in the hallways and then disappearing. It was an urban legend that students told to each other. Even nowadays, the building manager stated that he can hear inexplicable noises and voices out of the empty hallways and rooms. The manager warned our two explorers because in his opinion it is dangerous to go to this location alone at night. If he was talking about the ceiling falling down or evil ghosts, he did not specify, unfortunately. After making it into the building, it didn't take long for odd activity to unfold.
통신 끝. 식당도 있고 여러분들 여기는 무슨 소리야? 누구 있어요?
Strange to say the least, right? He makes it into a medical room where students could seek treatment in the past. Mikol believes that somebody was using these beds just moments ago, which would be really odd.
분명히 사람이 있었을 것 같은 느낌이야. 온기는 없어. 온기는 없는데. 온기는 없어. 온기는 없는데.
What did he capture here exactly? A strain of hair? You can't really find anything, and after a few minutes moves on high alert of course. Nicole notices the sliding door closing, and then an object is moving by, very fast. But what's even more unsettling is this creepy voice that can be heard seconds before. What could this have been? Slightly on edge and contemplating to leave the place, Michael goes on one last stroll through the empty hallways and might have captured something without even realizing. His viewers pointed out to him that it appeared as if somebody was standing in this room, a dark shadow. However, whatever it was that was looking at Nicole here was missing its legs. Nicole believes it to be the spirit of a lady. Could this be? What's the story behind her, I wonder? Guess this one will stay a mystery. But it's certainly a really creepy one. Now we want to take a look at the capture, which was shared by user Pullhard. He states, "My brother set up an infrared trail cam inside of his trailer on his property with no neighbors. This was the only capture all night, captured 3 hours after he left. Please notice how there's no reflection in the TV. It's nothing but mud here right now. No footprints that weren't my brother's." To add wonder, the camera snaps 3 photos at once, and nothing appeared in the first or third photo. The one I'm showing you was the second photo. Anybody have any reasoning for this? My brother looked for signs if somebody was there perhaps, but couldn't find anything strange. Many people commented that it appears to be the apparition of a man in a top hat. Could this be the case? Perhaps it could even be a capture of the infamous Hat Man. What other explainable reasons could this capture have? Do you think somebody snuck onto the property without anybody realizing? Not very likely if no footprints were found that night. But maybe you have a better explanation for what had happened here. I mean, you can even see a hand with fingers here, at least it appears that way. Was this ghost perhaps looking for something? A former owner of the land? Hard to say. This seems to be a really mysterious photo.